Awez, and today we're reacting to "The Human Body is Disgusting" by Big Tug. Let's be honest here. As you grow older and go through puberty, you realize there are a few things start to change. And as a dude, mostly, you start smiling in certain places that you were not really smiling before. And that's where shit really does get a little bit disgusting. But yeah, man, the human body can be disgusting. Let's just see how disgusting it is. So, without further ado, comment, like, subscribe, and let's.
Hello, children. Welcome to the fantabulous world of Extra Tug, full of educational and children-friendly content. That's definitely what this is, so come on in. It's only $4 a month, and it's a lot of fun perks. Chris, why would you put that on the screen? You're ruining it. You're ruining it for everybody. In a broad sense, when I say bodily functions, I could be talking about any number of any of the functions your body performs, like circulation or breathing, process.
Disclaimer, my cat does make noise sometimes at this time of the hour, so sorry. Please bear with me. I don't even know where he is, but I just hear he's making noise, bro. Sorry.
That are critical to our survival, but we do them without even thinking. But let's be honest, those aren't the processes you were thinking about when you clicked on this video. No, you were thinking of all the gross ways our meat sacks leak, expel, and discharge every day of our lives. And honestly, I don't even blame you for going there, seeing as how we do these things all the time. But here's a unpopular opinion of the time. I think we shouldn't be so proud and normalizing of what we do with our bodies every day. I think we should be a little bit more shameful. I mean, like, have you ever watched a dog take a dump? The shame in their eyes is palpable. You look into those eyes and you see death. We normalize all of these disgusting drippings and droppings, but think about it. How weird is it that every public space you walk into has a room dedicated to accommodating the removal of human waste? It is disgusting, honestly. Degenerates. I'd hold off on having any snacks during this video, Tugless, because today we're diving into the terrible world of bodily functions. But don't worry, we're going to ease into the horror a little bit. Let's start above the belt. Way above the belt, let's go to the face real quick. Obviously, the face is critical to life as we know it.
Freaking hell, what am I reacting to? Have you ever, like, thought of doing something, right? And then do it. Then while you're in there, in the middle of what you're doing, you'll be like, hey, why am I doing this? Why? And then you go to a thought process like, since I already started, let me finish what I started, which is what I'm about to do. Oh yeah, I also have chickens that are going to make noise soon because I just heard the neighbor's chickens are making noise. So yeah, and yes, I do live in the hood, so don't ask why there's chickens making noise. It's a long story.
Helps us communicate, express ourselves, identify one another, and choose our mates. But it serves another purpose, being one big slip and slide. Why our faces are so wet all the time. I say this respectfully, but you are being a big old crybaby right now. Every day. You've been a crybaby since you were born. On average, a human produces between 15 to 30 gallons of tears every year. That is 2 full kegs a year. You are supplying an entire frat party with your weird salty business. They flow from a gland above our eyes, and with every single blink, our eyelids spread them like mayonnaise across bread. Did you hate that analogy? I did too. That's a Jimmy Pitts original. Throw him on the screen. Let everyone know how good of a writer he is. These tears are mostly for keeping our eyes lubricated and flushing out irritants, and 2 small holes in the corner of your upper and lower eyelids allow them to drain. What's really interesting is that we, as humans, are the only species that cry actual liquid when we're sad. Why do we do that? It happens when our brain's emotional center is activated and it causes the tear glands to flood our eyes, but these sad tears have a completely different chemical makeup than the ones that are produced.
Yeah, I always wondered, why don't other animals cry, bro? Because I know this nigga has been sad a few times, bro, a lot of times, and I've never seen the nigga cry. And I was like, do cats even cry? What's going on here?
produced when you're like chopping onions or something. In addition to the electrolytes and mucus found in most tears, emotional tears contain hormones produced in response of stress. So you cry, that's why people feel really good after they cry, is because you're literally releasing hormones out of your face to get back to a basic level, which is crazy. You're literally pouring sadness out of your face. The human body is a sad, wicked world. So maybe I should have put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video, and every single one of my videos that I make, but I'm not a scientist, right? I'm wearing this dumbass shirt right now. I was a communications major in college, and I still don't really know what that means. So,
like clockwork.
basically, I'm a clown on the internet, on YouTube, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. And the reason I mention this is because when I was researching why we sweat, I was pretty blown away. I don't know if I'm just stupid, but I really thought sweat was there to keep our bodies cool, which yes, that is a part of it, but it does a whole lot more than just keeping our bodies cool. Sweat helps remove small waste from our bodies, like ethanol and heavy metals. Jesus Christ, ethanol and heavy metals? What is this, a Shell gas station?
Yeah,
what is going on right now? But maybe the wildest fact about sweat is that it helps us send social and emotional signals. So our armpits and groins have a different kind of sweat gland that produce a viscous, milky type of sweat, which is broken down by our skin into a type of odor. That's why your balls smell. Basically, sweat gives you your scent. That's...
Yeah, some people did say, no, I don't know. I've seen it somewhere. Like, I think it was a cartoon or an anime. But this person was like sweating like white, like milk, bro. And I was like, wait, is this actually a thing? But it seemed like it's actually a thing. I think, I don't know. Dog, every time I watch like Big Talk, sometimes I wonder if I'm listening or am I just stupid? You know what I'm saying?
Sweet, sweet musk is full of pheromones, which some scientists think could play a role in choosing our mates. And that's gross. That's so gross. There's so much fart out there. That's not the same thing, but like just liking stinky people. Put up the Bowser farting. Don't put that up, because I don't know if, my last two videos got demonetized. But okay, sweat and tears are pretty easy. And that effectively ends the part of the video where we stay safe. I don't know why I even complain about demonetization. It's gonna happen. Now we're on to spit. I hate spit. You guys know that. You know I don't like spit.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. But we're here for the game.
On spit. I hate it so much. I don't know what's going on with spit in today's world. It used to be gross, and now people are like spitting in each other's mouths and thinking it's hot. I don't like seeing that. When I'm watching adult...
Me too, bro. I don't like seeing that at all, bro. Yo, I don't like seeing that, bro. I don't think I want someone to spit in my mouth. No, don't do that. I'll slap the shit out of you, my sister. In GTA. In GTA. Like, nah, bro. Nah. If I'm to spit on you, I'll spit on you, no problems. But like, not on me, my sister. We're not doing that. Not in my mouth, too. It's worse.
Film someone spits on somebody, I'm like, stop that. She's a young lady with dreams. Honestly, I don't know how much I can go into without being demonetized. Chris, go ahead and bleep out please. But there are 3 major salivary glands in our mouths, and 1,000 minor ones. Together they produce over a liter of saliva every day. Ugh, that's so gross. And that amounts to a full bathtub of spit every year. I need to drink like water or something. I'm feeling sick. Could be playing Magic the Gathering right now and I'm making this dumbass video. Okay, let's move on from spit. Let's move away from the watery discharge and move on to less watery. It's not gonna get easier. Let's go on to the unsung heroes of body horror, the gooey stuff. It's still slick like tears and spit, but it's also chunky and gooey too. Up first, eye boogers. I can handle those. Those aren't as bad.
What am I watching? What am I reacting to? What am I reacting to? What am I reacting to? Frick, what am I reacting to?
Gunk builds up in your eyes while you sleep, so that's where like the Sandman comes from, and he sprinkles little sand into your eyes, which always as a kid scared the shit out of me. I don't want sand in my eyes, but they're talking about eye boogers. But you get eye boogers because the film on our eyes is usually squeegeed by our tears and eyelids all day, but when we sleep, our lack of blinking allows it to accumulate. Eye boogers are a mix of oil, skin cells, dust, bacteria, and mucus. And their consistency is weirdly kind of different for everybody. You can have really dry, crusty eye boogers or really wet, sloppy ones. I have the dry ones, thank God. And while the mucus found in eye boogers is generally from your tears, if your tear ducts or nasal passage are clogged, mucus can flow back into your eyes. So if you blow your nose hard enough, those eye boogers become actual boogers. Then you turn in one of them lizards that spits blood out of your eyes, except for its boogers, and that sucks. Since we're already pretty much there, let's talk about actual boogers. Let's do it. Let's just get through this as fast as possible. We make about a quart of mucus every day, most of which we swallow. God, I immediately am out of this, dude. Slimy snot going down my booger mouth. Every elementary school has that one kid who used to snack on them boogers, and we know that we were better than them. But turns out that's not the case. Whether you like it or not, we munch on mucus every day, and I'm seriously trying.
Yeah. We were better than them. We were definitely not those kids. Not at all. We're not those kids, bro. We were not them, bro. Yeah.
Get through this as fast as possible. I really can't handle this. And odds are you pick your nose too. We all do it when no one's looking. At least one survey conducted in the 90s revealed that 91% of people pick their nose. And I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes you got a sticky one wrapped around the nose hair. You just gotta get it out. You just gotta get it out. However, scientists are split on whether or not eating boogers is good for you. Because of course they are. It's their job to question everything and they never come to a god consensus. But scientists think that eating your boogers might boost your immune system. And to be clear, this has not been scientifically proven. So do not start eating your boogers. Just take a vitamin for God's sake. All right. Moving on, earwax. That does not gross me out at all, so we can really get through this. That oily ear honey helps filter out debris, bacteria, and dust, while also keeping your ears lubricated and preventing itching. Our ears are constantly producing earwax, and by chewing and talking, it pushes it outwards into the real world. But earbuds can impede the ear's ability to self-clean and lead to a really big buildup of wax. In the worst case scenarios, the wax can become impacted, and you might feel discomfort or notice some hearing loss. And in those cases, you have to go to a doctor where they literally have to suck out your earwax out of your ear because you're gross and you're not regular and you should feel bad. And sometimes when they do that, they find way more than just wax in your ears. In 2024, a British woman had an entire beetle removed from her ear after it became embedded in her earwax. That's right, Britain claims stake to a story.
Oh, it's crazy. So what happened to me was, right, I had some experiences with this one, but my share was like a fly. So basically, I needed to go to my grandma's place, right? So I needed to walk from my side and go through like squatter camps and then go straight to my grandma's place, right? Fine. I go there, I'm walking, I'm chilling. Then I just hear a fly. And I'm like, what the frick? And I hit it. When I hit it, I didn't kill it. You know what happened was it got jammed into my what you call this, my ear, got jammed in my ear, and it kept on moving, like, so it was just moving the whole time. And at that point it felt weird as ish, bro, to the point where I just turned around and ran back home, bro. I ran back home, got inside, and I was like, frick, what should I do? What should I do? I'm like, okay, cool. I go straight I go straight to my phone. Like, hey, what should I do? They said go to the doctors. I'm like, no, I don't have the money to go to no doctor. I'm not doing that shit. Nah, bro. We need to find a solution. So I was like, okay, wait, I'm just gonna drown it out, right? Because it's in my ear. So as long as I just like put some liquid, it's gonna just, the mass is gonna just push it out. Awez. So what I do is I get something that's gonna definitely get it. I went for oil, got some oil, put in my ear. I put in my ear and I try to take out the fly. It doesn't come out. I'm like, what the fuck? And at that point I'm like, wait. So I try to do this. I just try to like a cartoon character, and it doesn't work, right? And now I got oil. I got a dead, because the fly died because of the oil. It drowned it in the oil. So I got oil. I got a dead fly in my ear. At that point, I just determined that this ear would never hear ever again, right? So I'm panicking, chat. I am panicking until I was like, you know what? Wait. Why don't I just use a tweezer? And that's what I did. I found a tweezer. Took it out, and it was crazy. Now, here's the crazy part of this about this story. The fly was in there for 2 days. For 2 days straight, I had a dead fly with oil in my ear. That's how stupid I am. So yeah, That was, I don't know why I told you the story. But yeah.
That is pretty close to Jurassic Park, except for that it's not Ember and it was a beetle. However, to avoid these kind of scenarios where you get impacted ears, doctors strongly recommend you stop using Q-tips in your ears. Stop doing that. I don't know what the purpose of Q-tips is if you're not doing that though. So I don't know. I get their business model's a little weird. And if we're being honest here, it feels really good. It feels really good to dig around in there and get some out. But it just builds up and you push it deeper in, and also like the cotton gets stuck in there and it makes it way worse. Just don't do it. If you want to be sure that your ears are going to be pushing out things naturally, you can't be shoving things up there yourself. That's a butt thing too. Let's talk about butts. So I also don't know how honestly I'm going to talk about this without being demonetized by YouTube. I don't think there's any really good way to do this. I'm going to try my best though. And it's kind of a bummer considering that sexual education, like pretty much all education in America, is already piss poor. Not to mention that it is being actively dismantled while we speak. So might as well throw myself up on the cross and die for all your sexual sins. Because while these kids might not be able to learn about the baby juices in health class or discharge from their favorite YouTube channel, don't worry, their parents will teach them. There's just one problem. According to one survey, about 20% of adults report that they had no plan to teach their kids about sex. So they're just going to go out into the world and suffer deeply. So their only options are to learn from a dipshit like me on YouTube or a dipshit like me on extratug.com, and they'd have to steal their parents' credit card, but to each their own. Let's just get into it. We've been circling the drain the whole time, and
Why is the I never understood this whole like policy that the Trump administration is trying to push. Why is he trying to destroy education and you're like just allowing it? I don't get it. But hey bro, I'm not gonna.
now let's just talk about toilet talk. Poo-poo and pee-pee. The bathroom is ground zero for bodily functions. Sure, we also use it for grooming, not to mention the fact that you can get a lot of scrolling done while sitting on the throne, but the obvious point of the room is to perform bodily functions in a safe and private location. And then immediately forget about all the awful things that are falling out of you while using technology to distract yourself from the horrors of the real world. But I've said it before, and I will never stop saying it, bathrooms, especially public bathrooms, are a weird concept. It's like we all experience collective amnesia about it, or the experience is so traumatic that we suppress it. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we sit on communal toilet seats, ass to ass, with strangers across this world. Or how about the urinal trough? Do you guys know about that? Do the ladies know about what we go through at sporting events? It's not a toilet, it's not a urinal, it is a literal trough, sometimes with ice at the bottom of it. We stand side by side next to perfect strangers, just peeing on top of all the other pee and hoping it drains. I get that urination is never a refined act.
And hopefully they don't have any freaking diseases. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully.
But this seems a little too much. Like, it's really like, you know, you piggies go stand next to each other and release yourselves. It's up. On average, humans pee about 3,000 times a year. That's an insane number of times to literally do anything. But by the time the year is over, we have pissed literally 115 gallons of piss. And also, I just need to clarify this. The jellyfish thing feels like a good time to talk about that. It's like in that episode of Friends where Monica gets stung by a jellyfish and Chandler ends up peeing on her leg. This is supposed to help relieve pain and stop the poison? I don't know what people thought about this. But it turns out that even though this technique has been passed down through generations, it's wrong. Peeing on a jellyfish sting just makes it hurt more. And also makes you smell like pee. So, double whammy. There's another myth that if you're stranded in the desert without water, you can drink your own urine. Thanks to Bear Grylls on that one, but once again, this is completely wrong. You should really never drink your own pee. Pee is full of toxic waste that your kidneys filter out of your bloodstream, so drinking it just reintroduces these toxins back into your bloodstream and makes them harder to filter out. Not to mention it's full of bacteria and will dehydrate you. So if you're keeping score at home, pee is the worst thing you should ever drink because it does the opposite of everything you want any normal drink to do. If anyone tells you otherwise, they're either into pee play, a big fan of Bear Grylls, a big fan of Friends, or all of those three things in different amounts, and those all suck.
Yeah, I had a teacher that drank piss before. I don't know if it was her own piss or somebody else's, but I had a teacher that done that, and she told us that. And yeah, bro, she wasn't bad looking too, though. So I should have pressed on that. I should have asked more questions. But I was still like what, in grade 9. I didn't think about anybody like that. I'm honest with you. I was a late bloomer, still am. So.
But if thinking about drinking pee makes you want to vomit, segue, we're talking about vomit now. Throwing up might be one of my all-time least favorite things to do, and I do it a lot. I'm one of those guys that can pull trick. I'm really good at it. If I'm feeling a little queasy and I want to get this over with, I can I'm pretty good at that, but I still hate it. It's a terrible feeling. But as much as I hate throwing up, there are tons of fun terms for it, and I just want to talk about those real quick. So I'm going to run down a list of, a power ranking, if you will, of the best terms for puking. Number 5.
You don't.
We have tossing the cookies.
You don't.
Tossing cookies? That's...
You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Yeah. If you made it this far into the video, why? Seriously, why? There's like, of all videos that I've posted to get this far, and you chose this one to get this far. Why? Freaky frog. But either way, watch the rest of the video. I don't know what to say about this video, bro. I have nothing to say. Fuck it, bro. I don't have nothing to say. Thank you for watching the rest of the video. Thank you for chilling with your Owen. Comment, like, subscribe. And until next time, I've been the Lost Owen. We out.